Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome back to episode 15 of Crusader Kings 2 with the Monks and Mystics DLC. So what my plan is at this current point in time is to keep going around and trying to tributize as many people as possible. Of course we are limited to the ones that we can do. Any that we can't make into tributaries, we're going to try and take the land for ourselves. Now there are some that we could make into tributaries possibly, like for example Northumbria and some of these little petty kingdoms down here in Wales, but I want to try and take all of those for myself if we can. We've already got a few of these places. I believe this is the petty kingdom of Mercia. Yep, so there are a few little places that we can grab. And we want to continue to try and do that. So first things first, where is our Chancellor currently? You are trying to fabricate a claim in Surrey. That is not a bad idea because we don't have Surrey. In the meantime though, there are probably a few more tributaries we can get. And in fact there are. Like I said, I'm going to ignore these ones over here. I don't want to make these guys into tributaries. We could possibly grab these two over here, which I think we should vastly consider doing. So let's go ahead and look here. You do not have a liege, you are independent, that is good. We can declare a tributary war on you. Nobody will come in to help you, which is fantastic. So let's go ahead and pause up. I don't necessarily think we need to get any of our allies in, but I'll call a couple in because it's always good to have some extra bodies on the front line. And then let's go ahead and we will raise our own units here. Let's get them all together in Leicester. Hopefully we will have some decent commanders. We should have a decent number, and in fact it's the armies over here that we've called in, and we've been able to advance to the next rank within Lucifer's own. Fantastic. So let's go ahead and group these guys together. Now I am currently leading, and we've spoken before how that can be a little bit of a worry sometimes, because essentially you put yourself in a position where you can be easily killed. Kenny has had a son. Where's my list? Let's start putting the Patreon names in again while I remember them. So I think we've already had William, Tratos, Harden, Kenny, Bobby I think is next actually. So that's Bobby as in Bobby Fender. You are now in there. And you died at age 0. Well, that was unfortunate. I'll try and fix that up for you. If we get another son, we'll put you in. So that's fine. This siege is going well already. They don't actually have enough men to siege, so that's okay. We've just lost our steward. We've also gained an additional county, which is fine for the time being. Did we just lose our steward? No, apparently we didn't. Not too sure what happened there, but something happened. But we've regained Gwent, which we could give away. We don't have any unlanded sons at the moment, so that's not a problem. Yeah, you're not really able to do anything. You don't have enough men, so we'll stay here and just keep sieging out. We have a victory. We have 100%. He wants peace. He's going to surrender, so we will accept. And let's bring the armies home. So we've got a few little places that we can still grab this one over here. We've lost our regent. We've inherited the county of Derby, so we're gaining land a lot quicker than we need to. So what we really want is Worcester. Really, Worcester is the one that is part of our domain. We want it's part of our main primary duchy. Can we revoke your title? We can, but it'll lower opinion. So I'm not going to do that, but I do need to give away at least one county. Probably going to be Gwent. Do we have any other sons that are unlanded? So you're a double Earl. Don't like you being a double Earl. That's a little bit risky. And we've got a bastard son, but I mean, he could still take Gwent, I suppose. So let's grant you... In fact, before we do that, let's give you an education focus, and let's try and get you married where we can. You're a relatively decent girl, if possible. So we'll do that, and let's go back to you. And we want to grant you a landed title, and we want to give you the county of Gwent. Just so we're not over our domain limit. Oh, you reject your insulting suggestion. Oh well, never mind. I should have waited for that first before I landed him, because now he will have a regent. I can still arrange betrothals and marriages, though. So I could get... Can I not arrange your marriage? No, I can't. I can arrange a marriage with someone in your court, but not with you directly, so that's fine. The levies are home, so let's go ahead and disband the levies. So there's only really this county now that we could still tributize. So do you have... No, you are independent. Let's go ahead and declare war on you. You've got no friends. Fantastic. So once more, I'm not even going to bother with my allies. I just get my own army together at this point. I don't think they're going to have enough to really be an issue. So let's make sure this is grouped up. Once again, make sure we've got 3 commanders. And don't know what happened there, but we're missing you for some reason. So let's go and just march straight over there. I don't know where their army is. We lose the trait Deceitful. Interesting. We seem to be losing quite a lot of our negative traits. There's their army, sort of heading up that way. Can we head them off? Possibly. Looks like we're going to. That's a rather big army there. Where did all that lot come from? Improve relations with the Pope. Yeah, what happened there? We did actually win that battle. I don't think they are all his men. I think there's another army there for something else. Unless he's suddenly got a load of friends from somewhere. I don't know how he's managed to get that many troops together, but let's go ahead and... yeah, he's the only one in the war on his side. But they are all of his troops. Interesting. So everyone's going to come in. Some of them don't like us, but they will come and join. So this should be enough for us to grab that last tributary over there. Bad news from Northampton. Okay, so that's increased the local revolt risk. 53%. Not called upon the powers of Lucifer's Own for a while. Truces are expiring. Not sure who that is. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. We've already got your land. Oh, you're being... Sigrid might fancy me. Yeah, let's not. You're jumping in there on top of those, are you? Well, that's fine. So we'll allow that to happen. We're at 100% actually. So let's go and offer peace. Enforce our demands. And there you go. We are back to having, well, a lot of tributaries now. Oh, this one's no longer a tributary. Why are you no longer a tributary? Maybe you died. So we've still got another one here that we can go and make into a tributary, which we will. We're not going to do that with Wales. Our plan with Wales is to try and take as much as possible. We've lost our marshal. You have a marshal score of 14. Or was it 15? 14. So you can go and continue training troops in Leicester. Now, why is it showing all of these? As this is all of the land that I control directly. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. But yeah, it's Worcester that we really need. Let's go ahead and stand down the levies. And then, can we declare a war on you? We can. You've got no friends. Again, just trying to keep the tributaries going as long as possible. Once again, we'll call in a couple of our allies, not all of them. And we'll raise our own troops. We'll have to stop doing this after a while because we want people to recover. Most people should come in here. I don't think it's going to be a particularly troublesome war. Although one of our allies has just lost most of his army there. It's a little bit unfortunate. But that's just mainly down to the fact that he was like 3-1 on numbers. Can we not actually catch you? Are you going down to Gwent? Well, I'll catch you down there. We should win this. Oh, we've routed the centre very, very quickly. You want to marry off my half-sister? Sure. Now you're going to run away there. Let's chase you down. We catch you in this county. We catch you in that county. And we want to go all the way across to Dublin. I think I'm going to ignore this one this time. I'm just trying to play the odds and not get the negative event if possible. Old wound has finally healed, leaving a grotesque scar. So wounded has gone away and I'm now scarred, which actually gives me monthly prestige. A scar isn't a bad modifier. Scar actually just gives you prestige. Now, one thing I haven't looked at for a while. Let's go ahead and look at our society. So we are a priest. So it's not the top rank that we can be. What is our score? 335. So we've got quite a way to go to be sort of next in line. This gives us the ability to do Dark Healing, Dark Divorce, Invite Disciple of Satan. How old are we these days? 55. It'd be nice if we got the Immortality event. That'd be fantastic. You are offering to surrender. So we accept. And get you there because it's quicker. So if we have a look once more, then all of these guys are tributaries. We could theoretically grab this one as well, because it does actually share, well, it's 2 sea zones away. So we could grab this one if we wanted to. How much are we making from tributaries at the moment? 95.17 per year. It'd be nice to make a little bit more. Just keep starting all of these wars, and the more allies you've got, the better, really. And I know you guys do like watching battles. So we can make you a tributary. Again, you've got no friends, so let's go and do that. Do the same thing that we have been doing. We'll call in a couple of our allies, but not all of them. We'll go ahead and raise up our own levies, leaving those of our... Why has that gone yellow? Keep my eye on that one. What's going on down there? Right, all of you guys are together. Again, you haven't assigned... Oh, Kenny's now my... is joining in here, is he? Or was that Kenny before? Yes, but he's changed his... He doesn't have his helmet now. You have a new heir. If your character dies, you will now play as Offer. Why are we suddenly playing as you? Marshall. Yeah, give him the gold because we've got plenty of money. Right, let's just have a quick look here. So, why are we not voting for Kenny anymore? Did we even want Kenny? You're an 11, 10, 11. You're an 8, 12, 10, 10. Yeah, you're not actually a bad choice, really. Your wife's terrible. She's got a lot of stewardship, though. I guess you wouldn't be a bad person. I'm not sure. Are you the one that I am actually voting for? Yes, you are the one that I'm voting for. That's fine, then. We're quite happy to leave that as is. So we're going to go down there and grab this one. I'll probably make this one the last tributary for a while, because I think we're in a fairly good position. What I would like to do, though, is make sure we keep building up the hospital, which is something that we haven't done. So we've got the sick house. Let's go ahead and get the soup kitchen. We're going to try and build this up to make sure we don't have too many issues with illnesses. Now then, is there anything else we could do that would probably help us out here? Leicester we want to keep. Warwick we also want to keep. We've actually got 2 baronies here. Yeah, let's upgrade to keep 2. So that's instantly just spent a lot of our money. But we're making money at a decent rate, so I don't mind doing that too much. We've got so many men here. I think we actually stack wiped them there. You receive a report on the outcome of the military experiments that your marshal asked you to sponsor. Apparently, a new kind of self-propelled arrow was tried out based on a Far Eastern model. Lit by fire, these arrows would scream and fly, leaving a trail of smoke and then explode on impact, killing several of the livestock used as practice targets. Though of dubious accuracy and prone to failure in rainy weather, these experiments have still provided some valuable lessons. So that gives us even more military tech. Fantastic. So we're already at 75% off on battles here because we completely wiped their army out. So as soon as we siege down the top holding, that should be enough. And indeed it is. We're at 100%. So let's go ahead and offer peace. Force our demands. And we have made even somebody else into a tributary. Okay, so things are generally going good now. We are not quite making 100 ducats per year, but close. How can I rely on my generals when their understanding of warfare is so lacking compared to my own? I could teach Baron Heriberth a thing or two. Lecture him on heavy foot. Heavy foot, as I say time and time again, heavy foot is always the best thing that you can have, because if you just look at our army composition here, our light infantry 621, pikemen 112, archers 37, cavalry or light cavalry 320, heavy infantry 1,216. If you are feudal, heavy infantry is going to make up the biggest portion of your army by a long shot. Let's go ahead and disband the levies. We've lost our marshal again. You've got quite a good marshal. I mean, we could make you the marshal, I suppose. You are a powerful vassal. It would make you happier. You're not the best marshal, not by a long shot. But if it keeps you happy, it gets you off our back for a while. So I was kind of hoping that we'd eventually... oh, what am I doing? Right, okay. Truce is expiring with... you. That doesn't matter. How long is it taking this marshal to get a claim? 16.61% chance. Oh, there we go. It's like just as I mentioned it, he did it. So we'll take that from you. Let's go see if we can grab one of these provinces here. So we'll actually take you and move you and get you to fabricate this one down here. So now we're going to go and attack Surrey, hopefully. It's actually in hiding, which is fine by me. Let me just get rid of the hospital pain. Declare war. So, some random chiefdom would come in to help you. That doesn't bother me at all. We've got 1,010,000 allies that we can summon in. We'll only just bring in 4. It'll be enough. And we'll go ahead and raise our own personal levies again. All into Leicester we go. And everyone should honour. I don't think... it's very, very rare that people will not honour the alliance. It does happen sometimes. But more often than not, they'll all come and join you. So let's make sure we've got someone else on the other side. And yeah, let's just go and march down here. Now, I was going to say, you're probably going to go down into Kent and try and siege down the bishopric that I have there, which is quite good for me, because then I could easily trap you in the corner. Still doing excellent stuff here with Rome. Oh, we've already got the other claim over there. Sure, let's go ahead and take that claim then. I don't even think we can move him yet. I don't think it's been long enough. So a couple of things that we might like to do. First of all, can we get any money out of the Pope? Doesn't look like we can, so I'm guessing he's got no money. Request money. Yeah, he doesn't actually have the money. Why is the Pope broke? The Pope is usually minted. We'll keep our eye on him because he may get more money back. So we've got a claim over here. We can try and get another claim on here in York, for example. Can we move you yet? We can't move you until July, the 12th of July to be exact, so it's not too long. You're up here sieging, which is annoying. Oh, that's your little buddy that's come along, but you've decided to break your siege and move, which has just slowed things down for you. Looks like you're calling some more people into the war. It's really not going to help you, though, so I don't care too much about that. As soon as we've got this top siege, I'll just go down there and smash your army. Let's now go ahead and move you, and we'll get you working this time on... let's go and work on Northumbria again. So we're going to start trying to gobble up bits of the land if we can. Eventually, we'll have to start taking out the tributaries as well. There's even more tech gain. We're doing really well. Our spies down in Byzantium are really, really helping out with that. So there we go. We've got the top level siege. Let's go over here and smash these armies. These guys will probably maintain the siege. Nope, they're actually breaking it to come and help with the battle. We didn't really need the help though, but that's fine. We've got 100% now anyway. So let's go ahead and offer peace, enforce our demands, and we've gained another province. Now that's fine, but what we need to do is give one away because we have too large a domain. So Surrey we could give to somebody. We don't have any more any more sons that we can give it to. So let's go ahead and hit the right shortcut key. And let's go and search for men who are not in prison. Doesn't really matter if they're married. We don't want them to be rulers. I'd prefer them to be my religion and my culture. There is you. You would not accept an invite to court, even if I were to offer you land. You're an Iceling, so you're my grandson. We can actually give it to you. That's not a bad idea. Let's give it to our grandson. So we'll give you the county of Surrey. Include lower titles. There again, we're no longer over the limit. And no title loss on succession. Well, we've also got this one over here. I'd almost forgotten about that one, so we're going to go ahead and use that very, very shortly. It looks like he's got a standing army there. He might even have a retinue. And speaking of retinues, can we have any yet? We don't quite have enough retinue cap. To get it from technology, it's military Is it military organization? Yeah, retinues. So we need enough tech to get that. I'm not going to bother with shipbuilding because we don't ever really use that. We could spend some on popular customs. Or we could get tolerance. Or legalism. I should get legalism. It gives us more options later on for changing laws. However, I think that's probably a good place to end the video. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Crusader Kings 2. I'll see you on the next video. And until then, goodbye for now.